Thank you. The International Society of Pediatric Innovation, who I serve as, lucky to serve as the president, um, has really had an exciting last 2 years. For those of you that may not be aware of who we are, we really want to serve as the convener for pediatric innovation around the globe, and to really collectively accelerate pediatric innovation and improve outcomes for all children. And that's why we're here today. We're here to share and learn and to network and to hear what all the other amazing institutions around the world are doing and companies that are looking to really change the world and change the lives of kids. We would not be here if we didn't have our supporters. So thanks to all of you who came in and made this conference possible. This would not happen if we didn't have the strong support of the folks on this screen who made this birth of this conference for us. And so thank you. Please give a round of applause to all of our sponsors. Thank you, thank you. And I want to thank our I-SPY member hospitals. And if you're not a member, you should become a member. But these are the folks that you're going to hear from today. They're going to share a lot of their innovation highlights and share where I-SPY has played a role in helping convene them with other companies, with other institutions to accelerate innovation. Again, a round of applause for our member hospitals. And please, I'm going to ask the officers, Anthony, Sherry Ferrugia, Suresh, Claudia Hoyen, please stand. I want to thank my fellow officers who have, my goodness, I don't know how many times we've been on the call, late, trying to figure out how we're going to do this. And so thank you to them. Please give our officers a round of applause. A big thank you. Mijanu Pham and Tiffany Gear at CHOC, truly two powerful ladies that made this happen. When we're busy with our full-time jobs, they were scrambling to make this conference happen. So thank you so much, Tiffany and Mijanu. This is a pretty fabulous location and a pretty fabulous place, and thanks to Mijanu for that. And finally, I want to just, share some accomplishments of I-SPY. One is just getting this conference. Really, this is the first time as a stood-up organization, as an official nonprofit, that we've been able to put on PEDS 2040 with a collection of officers who have other full-time jobs. And so we're so excited that we're here, and it's at 2019. Our last conference was in 2017 in Miami, so I'm so pleased that we've had this one, and we have exciting news to share with you later on some potential collaborations for our next conference. Again, we established the foundational structure of I-SPY, which we're so excited, and implementation of our strategic plan, starting to move some of those strategies that we developed as a society to, really act as a convener for several of our member hospitals. And we'll share some of those connections that we had today with all of you, and I'm really excited to hear about that. We've also formed some great collaborations with ICANN. I'm so excited about our partnership, and more to come with that one, as well as in discussions with the collaboration with the International Pediatric Endosurgery Group, IPEG. So more to hear about that later when we close out the conference. And then we just want to continue to be the collective voice for advancing pediatric innovation. I do want to take a moment. We lost a friend during this time period in 2017, 2018. Owen Aurelio, for those of you who knew Owen, he was a passionate person for pediatric innovation. And so I'd really like to dedicate this conference to Owen, because I know he'd be here and he'd be championing us and rooting us on. So, and many of his colleagues are in this room, and kind of makes me a little teary. So just a couple things. Watch out for the strips in the room. I've tripped on them a couple times. They're beige. For those of you who have laptops, we have connections underneath the table if you need to plug in. We have several networking breaks throughout, so if you don't get a chance to ask a question during one of the panel sessions or with the keynote, please go up and ask questions at the break, at the lunch, at the breakfast the next morning. And so I really hope you have a wonderful time. We want to hear your feedback. We want to hear how we can improve and do a better job. So grab any of the officers and let us know. And so with that, I'm going to hand it off to my fearless Southern Belle VP, Sherry Ferrugia, to introduce our first keynote.